How's it going, bro?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Well, my mom. I think about a month ago, she was hit. From behind.
Was hit?
Yeah, the car.
Can you say again?
My mom was hit by a car.
Your mom was hit by a car?
Yeah, but not as pedestrian. She was inside her car. She was hit by a car from behind.
Ah, I thought you was talking about that. You hit the car of your mom.
I hit the car of my mom. You shouldn't say that.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah. Well, that's before that. So she's now in Vietnam, and before she flew, she was hit from behind her car. And yesterday, my sister sent a photo to the group chat of the family and said, "Oh shit, she was also hit from behind, but this time by the scooter." Yeah. But
you're the next one?
I don't know. It's just, I feel like, and my mom said we should all go to a temple. I feel like I believe in those kind of energy. So yeah, I am driving extra carefully.
I don't want you to be the next one, bro.
What about you?
Oh, well, my wife in the morning went to the temple. So today I didn't have a breakfast. So I was...
Wait, what?
Yeah, because she went to the temple really early. So we didn't eat breakfast together.
But Taiwan has really rich breakfast culture. You can just go to the 早餐店.
Yeah, but the 早餐店 that was outside of the studio is closed today.
Oh.
So it's like I went with a hopeless... I was expecting that store was open because most of the time
it's open.
we eat that. Yeah, and certain times we eat in that restaurant.
Yeah.
But this time no, that was closed. So I was like and I was super hungry. And then my wife went to the temple because she just returned to Thailand from Thailand.
Yeah.
And every time that she go to Thailand or she go to another country, she returned with a bad experience. With a lot of experience.
This time as well?
I don't know. So she went to just like a checking.
Oh, it's just like, I don't know what I bring with me. Just please let them go away.
I don't know what's going on, but if I bring something, please go. Today you feel a little like a chill. What's going on, bro?
Chill? Oh, okay. I probably has something to do with it. So recently, especially starting this month, I'm kind of like the money's a bit tight on my end, and so
yes.
Well, the Taiwanese culture that
welcome to my world.
In some family, monthly you would give a little bit partially your income. Usually it's a fixed amount of money. You give it to your parents. Yeah, and because I'm still living in my mom's house, which I think it's perfectly fine and reasonable. So I need to give a certain amount every month. But this month I'm like, man, it's tough. So I feel bad for even asking my mom, is it okay to kind of like have a bit of delay? And well, I thought about all different kind of ways to kind of like work around with it, with not really saying that money's really tight right now. But at the end of it, I just like, fuck it, she's my mom. Yeah, she deserves to know the truth that her son is struggling right now. So I just told her, and she told me that I didn't expect that. She told me that, yeah, it's fine. Well, still, I have to deliver. But I think, yeah, she gave me a couple of months.
Okay. I have a question about this culture because I think I think you are the close friend of me that I listen or he told me like they have this culture, these things in the family because my wife don't have that. So how is the process? It's like one day you have 18 years old and your mom come to here and say, okay, this is the rent every month or something like that. Or it's like you voluntarily say one day, like you wake up and say, Mom, you know what? I'm going to give you, I don't know, R1 every month. How is the process?
The process? I have to say probably every family is different, but from my family is more like when I started to work. And it might just casually,
Casually, you go to say, Mom, I start to work.
Of course, not me. I would not.
No, you wasn't the person.
I was kind of expecting maybe the conversation would start with like, Yeah. But my mom came to us, and me and my sister actually, and just kind of mentioned that, oh yeah, so there is this thing, and she had been supporting us financially, growing up, and even allow me and my sister to study abroad, and I think it's maybe time for us to, also show a bit of our appreciation. Yeah.
So that's what your mom tells you.
Yeah.
And who set up the number?
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Tell you like, okay, guys, in base of your financial incomes,
Yes.
I think this kind of money is good.
Yeah.
And every month, every 5 of every month, every fifth, you need to pay like
every month. Yeah.
Every month.
Yeah.
Which day approximately? Or don't have a specific day?
And I usually do it first day of the month. So actually, right now,
day is 7.
yeah. Today is 7. So I was late.
So your mom was like, "Baby, what's happening?"
Maybe was expecting it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I would be able to give it to you. I don't know, by the end of, I hope, December. But all
a struggle of money, bro. But you recently have a lot of collaborations.
But I don't get them until like 3 months later. Yeah.
Your feeling now is like a chill.
Yeah.
I feel in you like a, how to say, like a out of the planet, chill. Maybe I feel you a little distracted. That's the reason, the principal
I'm a bit distracted.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yes.
Distract?
Yes.
Distracted? You mean?
Yes.
Like from what end?
Like no focus.
Not focus on what?
I was talking to you a really motivational plan, and you just say like a. No.
Okay.
Okay. I speak like maybe 20 minutes. I just speak like bro. This is our plan. This is in short term, middle term, long term. That's we. The first step is never easy. We need to do this, and then okay. And then you just the most unpolite thing is you start to do another stuff, and then what?
This is the perfect example of the topic we're going to talk about today. Gaslighting!
Because we are going to talk about one specific topic that is a little vague. Even for me it's a little vague. But I think for you it's more clear.
Oh, I'm no expert. I'm just interested in this topic, and that's why I mentioned that. Yeah.
So let's start this episode. Ama, ape, akon, swagyu, menu, it's me, Concor.
It's me, Tyler.
And we are Prosper!
Today, actually, I think we could just cut right into the core of today's topic. Today, we're basically going to talk about
passive aggressive.
Yeah, people being passive aggressive, or people who gaslights other people. Or
what does it mean exactly? Okay, I understand what is the definition of passive aggressive.
Yes,
but gaslight. What gas? I mean, you mean the gas mean like at the gas like you can cook with a gas.
You can cook with gas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the light.
Yeah.
And what the combination of these two words is the same as passive aggressive?
Oh, they're not exactly the same, but if you gaslight people, I think in easier language is you emotionally manipulate people.
Manipulation.
You control people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Control manipulation. Emotional manipulation.
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about
it. It's quite interesting that in Taiwan, people ask you a lot, hey, 你被 PUA了吗? And PUA actually, it's the abbreviation of, I think a term, it's called pickup artist.
Pickup artist?
Yeah, which is really interesting because pickup artists usually are the people who, like try like free sample, and then they get you into the store, and then they get you like, okay, we have this thing and want you to buy it, and blah, 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 try to sell you stuff. And I think initially why Taiwanese are using this as the emotionally manipulating people, it's quite interesting because some men, maybe it's hard for them to find girls or to attract sexual partners. So they go online or they learn from people and they become a pickup artist. So it's easier for them to pick up girls, to attract people. And I think maybe Taiwanese culture, we kind of like borrow that term And to now or today, over time, it becomes emotion when you're emotionally blackmailing or manipulating people. People say that, oh, 你被 PUA.
Okay, I have a question here. It's because when I was reading the Brosborn React, and when I was more understanding what is this, I feel like I have a really vague and maybe not clear line between the emotional manipulation to you taking the wrong way.
Oh, yes.
So how you can define?
Oh, I think it's very case by case. And honestly, sometimes it could really be like the person who says that didn't mean that, but another person who listens to it perceive it like that. And well, both parties are
For example, exactly what happened today. Exactly today. I was talking to you, and you suddenly start to doing another stuff. So if I'm talking to you like emotional manipulation, I feel maybe I can shut up and just like because you are not paying me attention because you start to doing another things. But if I'm doing this, maybe it's really vague, the line. Maybe you didn't mean that. Like, did you mean that?
No, it's because we talk about that we wanted to start before 1.
Yeah. Okay, so, but you start to doing another stuff. Even you didn't mention like, it's time to record. You start to doing just another stuff. So nothing relationship with the time.
Yeah.
So did you mean that? Or you just was like, I want to do more faster things.
I want to do more faster thing. And I think the conversation was, I don't know, the vibe to me was like, that was kind of the end point of that conversation. Yeah.
But the period you didn't speak or you didn't wait until I was finished my speech. You in the middle of my speech you start to doing another thing. So that's when I'm returned to the idea. This kind of action is maybe one thing that you do or you say that another person can feel like a trap, trap.
Absolutely.
So what is that line? Because I don't know if you mean that. If you mean that, of course, that's constantly like what you want to do with me. But if you didn't mean that, it's like okay, maybe it's because if I feel like that's unrespectful things and just I'm taking the wrong way.
I think there are two truths.
There are two truths.
Yeah.
For example, in this case,
I think it's hard to say that, so this is what happened. Both parties have to agree that this is exactly what happened. This was disrespectful, or this was kind of just feel like the end of the conversation. Yeah. So I think a lot of things, like if you take bullying, for example, some people, they just feel, I was just messing with him. But other people, they just take it like, I don't think it was a joke. Yeah, I didn't take it well. So I think
bullying is another part of the emotional attract, the emotional catch.
Yeah. So I do want to say that if you feel like what I did was disrespectful, I sincerely apologize for that. Yeah. I think I have no excuse. Yeah. If you feel it that way, I think that was valid. Yeah.
It's because that remember me another case that happened to you. It's like one time we need to have one pause of the recording time because we set up like we are going to record a certain time.
Yes.
But you for certain moments, certain things that happen to you in your personal life.
Yes.
You tell me that conversations start like you tell me, bro, you know what? I want to move the date because I have a personal stuff. And I told you like I remember I told you so can you tell me what? And you tell me like no, I prefer don't say anything. And then after that, because I know what is your circumstance, remember to me that I say exactly so somebody died because I want to see if you are emotional okay to come to record. But in that moment, of course, you take in another way. You take in another like I'm trying to find another things. So we already talked about that, and exactly when we started talking about this topic, manipulate or attack. The thing is, I want to in that moment my emotion was I want to find if you are allowed to record one episode. Or you are not allowed emotionally to record one episode. Because be happy is one thing. But truly be happy because Brosborn is in base of the truth of our honest emotion.
Exactly. Yeah, I understand. And I agree with you. I think, but why I reacted that way was because that sentence wasn't too appropriate at that time. The
Yes,
question.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, like I said, it's like, for example, I apologize to you for earlier how you felt. And yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah. So I reacted in a certain way. And it doesn't mean that, well, I obviously don't think that, oh, you intentionally said that or asked that kind of question. And I think just like through communication, if you acknowledge that, okay, I really didn't mean it, but I probably hurt someone, well, you own up to your own shit and then you apologize to it. And I think, yeah, if both parties are okay, then people move on. Yeah.
With this exactly line, I want to start this episode.
Yeah.
Because I watch a lot of Brosman reacts, and we are going to analyze our personal stories to see exactly what is the emotional attract.
That's also one example of being passive aggressive. It's like, I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but, or someone, they always like to start their sentence with all due respect, but, or respectfully, but I think something. And that is, if we say passive aggressive, it's that you do want to attack this person without knowing, but you're trying to sound as gentle, as soft as possible. So then people might think, oh, am I really that terrible? Or, oh, I probably need to change something. So yeah, I think it's a very delicate and just overall really interesting and sensitive topic. We're going to dive into it. Yeah, we have a lot of Brosman Reacts. But before we dive into Brosman Reacts, reading people's stories and comments, do you personally have any like
That's the thing.
stories?
Yes, I have the perfect example to mean passive aggressive, and maybe I think this is correct because I think mother is the person who most passive aggressive sentence can tell to us. For example, it's typical in Peru. In Peru, the mother is a little more like how to say it? More local, more
local.
No, I don't know how to say this word. In Spanish, it's criollo. Criollo means like a really old school.
Okay,
old school. So sometimes when you do something bad, the mother try to correct you but hit you. But that's the thing. The mother say this sentence. When the mother hit you, she say, this action hurt me more than what is you're feeling now. The hurt that you're feeling now. So this kind of sentence. But if I'm putting the reflection, it's like what exactly is the meaning? Is I feel hurt because you are hitting me. And the person who decided to hit me is you. So it's like
in physics logic, in order not to feel pain, just don't hit me.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like this sentence, for me, I understand like as a passive aggressive because she is the responsible of what is the action doing. And she just want to say sorry, or she just want to say like, no, I'm doing something good with this sentence.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I think mothers have this kind of passive aggressive sentence to try to, I don't know how to explain that, but it's the feeling.
Oftentimes, I think mothers, they would also say, mothers or fathers, they would also say that I gave out so much just for you to have a better life. It's for you to have better resources. I'm doing this because of you, and I want you to perform well, and I want you to make the family proud because I have poured my whole effort and heart and time and energy into nurturing and raising you to be the kind of person that I expect you to be. I think that it's also maybe a little bit passive aggressive. And also a lot of time, I think especially in Taiwanese culture, is when your parents, they wanted to become something, but for whatever reason, maybe they gave birth to you or, you know, some other whatever, and they didn't achieve that. They didn't meet that expectation. They would give it to you. And it becomes your life mission to achieve that, to make them proud. And oftentimes, it probably not even the kids, what the kids want
and the
to become.
Sentence, the passive aggressive sentence, you don't know how much I sacrifice.
Yes.
Or the sentence is, you don't know if I have the change that you have, I will do it.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that for the parents part.
Yeah. And I think for the kids to hear that, it's just, it's different. Yeah.
And now I think maybe that is since what we perceive what is passive aggressive. I think maybe, of course, I'm a true believer that since the family, we grow out our boundaries. But we can't say that kids is a fucking angel.
Yes.
Because the kids have a one sentence that is going to remain to you. Let me say the sentence. But I didn't ask you for do this. It's like And then this apply for everything, even for your relationship when you are fighting with your girlfriend, when your girlfriend do something like bring you something and you start to discuss it and then you say like, but I didn't ask you to do this. I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you to do this for me. I didn't ask you to do this for me.
Yeah.
So this kind of sentence is passive aggressive. More than, I think this is the clear example of what is passive aggressive in the relationship.
Yes.
Parents or in the boyfriend and girlfriend relationship.
Yeah.
What do you think?
In any types of relationship, I think you would be able to see some certain hints or reflex or like signs of those passive aggressive comments. Yeah. And I feel like the reason why it's so delicate, the delicacy in this topic is because sometimes when people say things, when they are the gaslighters, they don't know. They probably didn't even, like we said, I didn't mean to say that, but you did.
Yeah.
So I think today's topic maybe can got us reflect on, to recognize when someone says something like that, it is a red flag. It is gaslighting in it, like in the presence. And also maybe we can start to think about, have I ever said anything that probably I was the gaslighter? For example, the other day I had a mini tiny argument with my girlfriend, and she just told me that, hey, and after we're talking about what exactly happened, it was just really tiny stuff, and then she said, I feel hurt when you say that. And like, of course, I didn't mean it. So I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, or I'm really sorry you think I was trying to hurt you. I wanted to hurt you. And she looked at me and she said, that's not a passive aggressive sentence. Yes. And that got me thinking, because sometimes you really didn't mean it, but you failed to acknowledge that you already caused the effect. You already create this impact on someone, and it's impactful to her. So she's already telling you that she's hurting. So for me to say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it, so you shouldn't feel sad, you shouldn't feel hurt, I think that's kind of, it got me thinking like, okay, that's not two different things.
But how you can apologize? How is, because that's sentence that basically the society, the movies is structured. That's basically like a default sentence for apologize. When somebody says something that hurt you, we have this already default sentence to say like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to hurt you. It wasn't my intention. But like, what is the correct apologize?
I think it's not about what you say. It's not about the language, the words. I think the words are fine. It's like how you say it. It's like, I didn't mean it. You shouldn't, you were just too sensitive or something like that. I think instead of saying that, maybe in a more really sincere way, honey, I honestly didn't mean it, and I apologize for what I said. It's like, own your own shit.
But that is so abstract. It's because it's depending how you can have in your mind to say like, okay, I want to say this in this feeling, but what about if another person doesn't perceive in that way?
I think your true energy sends out, and people would be able to know. Yeah.
Before to say my conclusion, I want to listen to your story. Do you have another story? Do you have one story about passive aggressive?
I struggle when someone tries to act smart in front of me. For example, because I feel like I am inherently not a very confident person. Yeah, I just sometimes feel like, I have so many things to learn. Like, for example, like I shared with you before, I got some people asking whether I can do like the Korean kind of life events. And I said, no, thank you. Yeah, I didn't even know what it was, but I turned it down because I feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not ready for that kind of stuff. So if someone, I think it was like maybe in high school or something, it was a group event, and the kids, they all want to be a leader. And I think, wow, that's cool. I just roll with the group or something. And I think there was a leader. Eventually we picked, I think she volunteered to be the leader, which was, like cool. And then we were in the discussion about, what do we think, what way to do the PPT, stuff like that. And she looked at all of us and she said, if you don't know the problem is this, then you're not as smart as you think you are. And I'd be like, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, it's like, it sounds very condescending. Yeah, and I think that is probably one way of seeing it is like,
okay, what I understand the situation is this student told to another classmate this sentence.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know what is the problem, that means you are not smart enough. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel about that?
First reaction, who do you think you are? I mean, like, we're peers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think...
You are the professor or you are the classmate? One of the classmates?
I was one of the classmates.
Oh, you was one of the classmates? Okay.
Yeah.
And you know this girl?
Yeah.
It was
were
like
in the
your
same
friend?
class.
It was like your friend or like a one
Peer.
person, like a...
classmate.
One classmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was in a very, like teenagers, they take things to heart, whatever they hear. And I just got me thinking like, oh, am I really bad at this certain subject? Probably I should, just give up studying because I don't know shit. I don't know this is the problem. And it thinks like, it seems like she knows what the problem is. So we'll just let her take control of it. Yeah. And I kind of like did not well because of that. And after that, I kind of just lost the passion and the interest in learning that specific subject because I was like mediocre, not great, not terrible. And after that, I was like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I have one conclusion. After listening to this story, I have one conclusion, and I have one sentence that you say too. Is let me say the sentence first, and then I'm going to say the conclusion. The sentence that just about smart things and the topic that you say is really interesting because be passive aggressive. Exactly. What is be passive aggressive? Yesterday we was checking the tickets, and because I want to make sure that have the whole ticket for send. I tell you, bro, can we make one double check of the tickets? And then you mention this sentence. I love be with you because makes me looks more smart. Okay. So what do you think about that sentence? I feel like it's similar what you say your classmate.
Is it a passive aggressive sentence?
Let me be my conclusion now.
Okay.
I feel is how your value and your moral and your strong mentality you have. Because that is the point. Is I perceive like a lot of people are going to say a lot of stuff. A lot of people are going to say a lot of things. But how you perceive this is the main point.
Yeah.
If I am a weak person, in that moment I'm going to feel like Tyler, what's going on? We work together. We build this thing. And you say that you love to stay with me because you look more smart than me. What happened, bro? And more if I keep this mind, what you say just now that if somebody think that is more smart than you hurt you, I feel like, bro, but you are joking with, I'm just want to make double check. So it's coming a passive aggressive sentence for me more better than passive aggressive. I perceive like a bullying. So it's that thing. But I'm not a weak person. I know you are my friend. I know you are a person who loves to do jokes, and maybe you have in that moment that you have the sentence.
Yeah.
You have the sentence.
I think the vibe was really different because back in high school, she really meant it when she say it. But like yesterday, I think the vibe was very clear. There probably was no room for misunderstanding when I said it. Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah.
Just maybe have a person who are in this, like I feel like, I feel this is the correct moment to say this, and they say it.
Yeah.
But maybe the other person didn't perceive in that correct moment.
Yeah.
So it's like a little, you need to realize what you are saying, take care about your words, because we set up in Bros one long time ago that exactly the words could, and the words could deep.
Yes.
And the second thing is how strong you are to how that tolerance, how big is your tolerance?
Yeah.
You have to accept and understand what is the way.
Yeah, you're reminding me of something really funny. It's one of your habit, like when you're in joke mood. Like for example, you just said that yesterday I was in the joke mood, so I kind of like made that kind of comments, and I think it's pretty clear that just meant to be like a joke. And it's like, for example, sometimes this guy likes to call me a bitch or a pussy like all the time, every single day, and I usually just take it like, I think all the time I just take it very lightheartedly, but that's also one thing. It's like, for example, if you said like, oh, look at this pussy guy, he's doing something. Well, for maybe some people, if they happen to be in the bad mood, they might see that, what the fuck are you talking to me? That's like a very downgrading thing to say. So I think I really like today's topic because it knowing and going back to see like we're no sense, right? So it's like we're only human, and sometimes you make mistakes, and there are some parts that you just fall short, and I think kind of keeps us in this hot seat. Yeah. And to really review that, oh, okay, yeah, maybe there are times that where we make comments and when we seemingly just be making jokes and that probably is going to cause some psychological effects on other people.
I call my friends pussy.
Oh, you better make sure all your friends are okay with that.
My conclusion.
Yes.
For start to reading the Prosper react, my conclusion is the same. Check the mood. What is your mood in that day? The second, check the person, who you are, and of course, be a little more strong, like a mentality strong. And the final is be more tolerant.
Yes.
How about you?
I think there are probably still some difference between being passive aggressive and just gaslighting people, or the so-called PUA. So I think, without further ado, we could just go ahead and dive into some Brosman Reacts. And we'll be able to see that in live. That's where you can spot some gaslighting. Okay?
So everybody, now it's time. Because you are waiting, because you asked me, because you answered. This is Brosman Reacts. Let's go. The first one. When my friend suddenly comes to a bistro near my house for a meal, they always ask me to come out and join them. If I politely decline, they say, isn't friendship important?
Oh, hey, that's exactly what happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, no, the girl.
The type of girl.
Yeah, I thought we were way closer. Yeah, you should have told me or something like that.
No, but the thing is, let me read again. Maybe I misunderstand. When my friend suddenly comes to a bistro near my house for a meal, they always ask me to come out and join them. If I politely decline, they say, isn't friendship important? I feel here have two key words. The first is suddenly, and the second is always ask me. It's like I feel this guy is repeatedly going to for one purpose. It's like, okay, today I'm going to ask this guy to go out to eat with me, so I go to this restaurant. Because it's not coincidence. Like you go to one restaurant near to the or next to the house of somebody, and you go alone, and you go alone, and you just suddenly say like, "Hey, bro, I'm outside. You want to eat with me?" Yeah, I feel like I consider here like a yes. It's totally a mean. It's really mean. It's a passive aggressive message. But in your case, I feel like maybe the gear or the guy was joking or was like told you like hey bro, why you didn't tell me? I thought we were friends, something like that. We never know because you didn't reply that question. But in this exactly in this case, I feel that I feel like have a one pattern and have a one really strong intention.
The way I see is, okay, the person asks, isn't friendship important? What is the subtext here? It's telling you, oh, so you think our friendship is unimportant.
Yeah.
And for my case is the person texted and they say, I thought we were way closer. What is the subtext here? We are not close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is what we call the passive aggressive.
Yeah. Yes.
I do think so. Yeah. And it's like, even if you're close, even if you want to meet your friend, you could have scheduled it. It's like, hey, let's meet next Friday. Let's go out. Let's go to the bistro that I like. It's
exactly.
Like, you come and what do you expect me to do? Like, I have my own life. And I probably would be, I don't know, waiting for the garbage truck to come. I can't leave the house, or I probably be busy doing some other things.
Oh, you just know in the close because maybe you just act like, oh, I'm in the restaurant next to your house. You want to come to the eat? You need to change your clothes. You need to look good. But for example, in your case, you was already in Taipei. You was like it's a suddenly occasion that you was there. So I feel like maybe it's kind of slightly have a one different line between this message and your message. But this was like I feel like it's not polite to ask somebody to, hey bro, I'm outside your house. Why you don't go out? Bro, maybe I'm sitting down in the toilet. I don't want to go out.
The other day we went to F1, right? On the 28th.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've got some friends living in Taichung and they say, oh, hey, we also, we live close. We could maybe, after your event or maybe during the event we could meet or something. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. If the time is all right, if we can manage to schedule that. And and then they try, but we ended up didn't meet each other, and she was asking like, oh hey, what about afterwards? We can grab some afternoon tea, or we could get dinner or something, but we already booked the ticket. So I told my friend, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't because everything is scheduled, and they were pretty cool about it. Like, okay, maybe next time. I think if that was the case, I wouldn't felt, oh, that was kind of disrespectful. Yeah, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. If the guy said, oh, okay, hey, I'm nearby. Are you free? If you happen to be free, let's hang out. And if I say, oh, sorry, I can't do it tonight, rent check. And if the guy reacted to, okay, yeah, fine, maybe next time, I think that would be perfectly fine. Yeah.
But that
isn't friendship important? Yeah. All right, the second one is, when chatting with my friend, he often says, you're so half-hearted when you reply to messages. Like there's no emotional value. Later, even when I put in the effort to respond thoughtfully, I was still told the same thing. So I just gave up and started replying carelessly. Half-hearted. What kind of emotional value your friend was expecting?
No, I think for example, the thing more than passive aggressive, I think I feel like I have a misunderstanding of situation. Maybe the guy was expecting another thing that the girl or the boy can't give. It's like, bro, I'm like this. If you like me, yes, I will do. But if you don't like, sorry, it's my way.
Oh, okay. This is also one of the really trendy words nowadays. 情绪价值 is the emotional value. It's like, for example, if I tell you that, oh, I feel so sad, I feel so depressed or something, the emotional value coming from you is probably, oh, how do you feel? Do you want to talk to someone? I guess maybe that's like, maybe your friend was feeling hurt and was expecting, maybe they were not verbal about what exactly kind of emotional value they were looking from you, but you didn't react exactly as how they wanted you to. So they feel like that's half-hearted. You're not giving the effort. It's almost kind of like respect. Respect is you earn it. People give it to you. You don't ask for it. So I think for emotional value, it's the same thing. It is a real thing. You can't see it, but it's there. It's the energy. And people, if they do care about you, they give you your emotional value in what certain way. It's like maybe they're not really good with their words, but they'll just be there for you. That's another way to support you, to give you emotional value. But if you ask like a very specific way, like I want you give it to me this way, chances are they're not going to be able to meet your expectation. Yeah, because they don't know. Okay, well, I think that was all for our Bros Bond React.
Yeah, that's everybody. Thank you, everybody, for reply. Thank you for sending us your message.
It was a very interesting topic. Okay, well then, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and
share with your friends.
Leave some comments. Yeah, we love to see your comments.
Yes.
And oh, by the way, please go ahead and turn on that notification bell. We'll see you next time. Yeah.
That's all, everybody. That's all, everybody. Thank you for this episode, because it's me, Concor.
It's me, Tyler.
And we are Bros Bond. Bye bye, everybody.
See ya.